Good morning, cyber friends. This is the Midiman coming at you again from Walker's Music back here, Studio B and C. And we like to say we give God all the praise and all the glory, thanking Him for life, health, and strength for as well as it is with me at this point in time. It's a little bit after 12, and I was prompted by the Spirit to do this here video. And as y'all can see, from the title, you're going to get some advice from the Midiman. And I call it solid advice because listen to me as I try to elaborate and to explain the process to everybody. Those of you that will listen and hear this video. Solid advice from the Midiman, y'all. Like I say, I always give credit to God first and foremost, always. And I am sending out kudos to the all the cyber friends, the contacts and whatnot. And I made mention earlier on a prior video that I've been getting a lot of requests in YouTube and Facebook. And I told y'all I was a little bit skeptical about taking those requests for friendship because I've been getting a lot of fake friendship requests and it messed up my PC, hackers trying to get into your system and stuff like that. So I am very cautious about accepting those requests right at this moment in time. So if you want me to accept it, you're going to have to prove to me in some sort of way, some tangible way of why you decided to choose me as a contact. And if you can give me something legit that I know that you are legit, then we'll go from there. I wanted to say that first and foremost to get that out the way. Now, people, the solid advice that I want to give to especially the younger people, and it may be the fact it might fit the mold for some of us older people as well. But what I am saying is the solid advice that I would want to give everybody, y'all, is old Midiman from my experience. Um, Telling you to, I want to tell you, if you're younger ones, if you got your health and strength, please treasure that and keep it. Do everything you can to keep that. Believe me, you do not want to gamble with your health and strength. Believe it. So that's to the younger people that you haven't had any issues as yet concerning health wise. Because see, we all been in that spot at one time or another. So I'm telling you, treasure it and value it while you are there. And so you can keep and continue in that health a long time coming. Those of us that done got older, we might not be have so many too many health conditions, or and some of us are not in a worse shape than others. We got everybody's not on the same level. What I'm saying, but I'm letting you know something, y'all. I remember the time when I could run like a deer. Yeah, could run like a deer. Jump out of the gym. Yeah, I could do it. And it ain't been that long ago that I could still do that. It ain't been that long ago. I could still do it. But I remember, I can also remember that when I was in college, straight, as strong as ours. Same thing. The strength was there. And I can remember when I was in Rome, Georgia, North Georgia, and I was going to Berry. And any time of the night or day, if I decided I wanted to drive down to Atlanta, I would get in my vehicle, drive to Atlanta any time of night or day. Anytime. If I just felt the need, if I wanted to do it, I could get up and go do it. Come back when I got ready. And after I left Berry and I moved down to Atlanta, I would do the same thing. Any time of day or night I felt the need, I wanted to go back and visit Rome, Georgia, I would get in my vehicle, drive any time of the night or day back to Rome, Georgia. Simple as that. Very easy. Why? I had my health and strength, and I could do things that I wanted to do at that particular point in time. Fast forward to my advice to y'all younger people that got your health and strength. I'm telling you to value it and the value and treasure it. Now, this is telling you, giving you some solid advice. And if you listen, I might can spare you some heartache and some trouble. Now, first of all, let me say, this is by no means no complaining game. No, no, no. I'm telling you facts. These are facts I'm giving you. Now, let me tell y'all something. That it is bad. It is you see when you cannot do certain things for yourself, it's kind of rough. It's kind of rough because see you got to wait for someone else to try to help you out to do whatever that might be. And you that's just a fact. But let me tell you something, young people. People got lives too. You cannot. Everybody got a life. You cannot. People just cannot put their life on hold to serve you. They can't do that. They got other stuff they do, and guess what? They are human too, and they got issues. Most of them got issues themselves. So this is how come I'm telling you. If you got your health and strength, value it and treasure it, and keep it as long as you can. Because now I thank God. I thank God that I went through what I went through. In other words, and I had God fixed it for me to whereas He gave me some outstanding doctors, some doctors' assistants, some outstanding RNs and CNAs. I had some great people that worked with me through my sickness. I had some great people that got me to the point to where I am right now. And I thank God for at least I'm still able to do certain things. I'm blessed because there are some people that is not as fortunate. You understand what I'm saying? So this how come I'm telling you, keep your health as long as you can keep it. Do what's necessary so you will not be in a bind and be in a position. Because it is a bad thing. It is a bad thing sometimes to want to do something and can't. Let me tell you. Like I told you, some of the time when I was going to bed, I could just drive down to Atlanta whenever I wanted to. I had my own vehicle. I could get in and go, bam. When I was in Atlanta, I could go and get in and go back to Rome. At will, I could do that. But that is no longer possible. That is no longer possible. See, that changed the whole game. But now, if right now, thank God for technology. We got things now. When you lose a part of your body, you can they can fix you up with another part. Like when I got the leg amputated, my left leg with loaded knee, they got something called a prosthesis. I got a prosthetic leg that I can just clamp that bad boy on there, and it gives me some mobility. It gives me mobility that I would not, cause certain things that I cannot do. You got to have a couple of legs to do that with. There are certain things that you just can't do on one leg. You got to have two. So that prosthetic is a good thing. Now, but the downside with me, now it ain't true with everybody now, because everybody don't have the same conditions and complaints. Now, with me though, even though I can make myself mobile with it, but I can only go for so far because of other conditions I have, and I will give totally out. So I can only go so far. But now there are some that can run with those things. Y'all know, y'all done seen the guys running. They can run and do all just about. You can't even tell that they got the prosthetic. But see, with me, I could probably do the same thing. But see, my other conditions make it impossible for me to I cannot run. Ain't no running is out of the question. Because after I walk for so long, I got to sit down. Because I'm totally outdone after about 25, 30 yards. That's about it. I got to rest. But what I'm telling you, young people, and those of you that's older, that you still got your health, treasure it. Because once you lose it, it doesn't come back. So this is how come I believe the Spirit led me to do this particular video. Not to tell you not to complain. No sense complaining. Complaints ain't gonna do it. But to use it as an example to help somebody else avoid the trouble that you came through. So if you got something that you would like to share, I feel you should share it with the one that, cause see, at one time we all was in a spot where we was strong and healthy, but we thought we was gonna always be that way. We never thought that this day was coming. We never thought that. We can't see that far ahead. But it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing to be ashamed of. But what you use, what you got. That's what we learn to do what we can. See, that's the main key. Once you get to this point, then you have to learn how to improvise. Show enough, you learn to do things another way, and you learn that you have to take your time. You have to get that second wind. But thank God for the second wind. Thank God for the second wind. And let me tell you something. Those of us that got some disabilities, and we got some ailments. Don't get in a bad mood about it, y'all. Look, everybody got a life. And remember, people got issues too. And everybody just can't drop everything for you. They're not gonna. You shouldn't expect that from nobody, cause you couldn't do it yourself. You couldn't do it yourself because you got a life. You can't be with a person every 24/7 like that. There, you can't do it. But you get what you can, and you just make the best of what you got. That's what you have to do. And see, like I said, I was blessed. I had some great doctors and nurses and great doctors, assistants, and everything that worked with me. And pretty much I'm pretty good. I can do certain things. Other than, like I said, my problem is, like I said, I just can't do it as long and as far as I used to go. Cause I really believe I believe if it wasn't for the fact of this old heart ticker of mine, and I had congestive heart failure. That's how come I can give out a breath so. But if it wasn't for that, I believe I really could run. Because I got pretty good balance. Even with this here prosthetic, I got pretty good balance. But that's how come I say I thank God. And we always should give God the praise and glory for the people that whatever little help that you are getting, I don't care if it's nothing but a glass of water, be thankful for that. Be thankful for that, because people do not have to do anything for you. And let me tell you something, just in case y'all don't know this. Most people are not going to do it. I mean, really. So, if you can keep your health intact, please do. Do it as long as you can. Because once it's gone, if you lose it, it's gone. And you will forever regret it. You'll forever regret it. But now, like I say, you got your health and strength now. Do the right thing. By doing what? Proper diet and eating and sleeping and resting and everything. Drinking your plenty of water and all of that good old stuff like that there. Keeping your body protected from the elements, from the weather. See, we didn't do all that. See, when we were young, we were going out there with these short sleeves on in the cold, and we thought we were Superman. You understand what I'm saying? This is how come I say, young people, and those of you that got older, and it's a lot of people that's older that they are in great health. Oh yeah, just because a person done got some age on it, that doesn't mean that they're not in great health. I know a lot of people that's older and got great health because they took care of themselves when they was young. So that is the key that I believe that the Spirit was dealing with me, wanting me to let y'all know that solid advice. Because it is a bad thing to want to do something and can't. I just say it like that. It's a bad thing to want to do something and can't. And you got to wait until the opportune time for something, especially when it's something that you know that you cannot do. You got to wait until somebody else, fulfill that and to help you into that position. It is kind of rough. But nevertheless, you learn to deal with that. You learn to deal with it because see, it's really nothing you can do about it. But don't get upset at the people because people have a life. They cannot put their life on hold for you. They cannot do that. So you just be grateful and thankful for whatever they do. Because you, like I said, because you got some people that are not going to do a thing. Not at all, period. But then whatever. If you got one person, if they give you one glass of cool water when you thirst, that's noteworthy. And to give them the honor and then give them thanks for what they do. Because really and truly, people don't have to do nothing for you. Remember that. Young people, treasure your health, please. Treasure your health. And get yourself checked. Start getting yourself checked. Because like I said, you're young now, but you're not gonna stay young. You're gonna age. You're gonna age. And so, but get yourself checked regularly. So if it's anything that in this here body is wrong, the doctors can catch it early and maybe keep you from a hardship. They can keep you out of trouble. And you will last a long time. And your quality of life will be much greater because you know what I mean. Your quality of life, in other words, cause like I told you, like even going to the park, walking around in the park, when just stuff like that. This little bit of simple thing that we used to think was just minute. Those things become very important to you once you get to the place where you cannot do it. So we just telling y'all younger people and the older ones that got your help, you thank God for it and give God the praise. And then remember, try to help somebody along the way. Try always to try to help somebody along the way. That was just limited, man. Little solid advice to her. I was led by the Spirit to do that video just about a few minutes ago, and I know the Spirit, I know the voice, and so I obeyed, and I had to use myself as an example, and I didn't mind doing it because I broke the rules. I did. I broke the rules, and so you see, like I say, when you break the rules, 9 times out of 10, brother, you got to pay for that. Amen. So y'all, whatever you get into, if God is not in it, please, ma'am, please, sir, come on out of it because it will come to nothing. Till the next video, next Bible study, whichever come first. Me and Brother Dawkins, we're supposed to have another explosion on Friday at 2 p.m. if the Lord say so. I've been enjoying those. Now that is something I really look forward to. So if y'all can join us Friday at 2 p.m., we will be live streaming on Facebook and YouTube. So y'all be there, like we used to say in high school, be there or be square. Till the next time, this is Midiman saying peace and good morning.